Welcome back to Name Me 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of Bad Boys Ride or Die, we're looking back at the movie that started the franchise, Bad Boys. Bad Boys is a 1995 buddy cop action film and the directorial debut of the Transformers director, starring the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Big Mama's House, the mom from Jurassic Park 3, the Russian defense minister from GoldenEye, Michael Jordan's wife from Space Jam, Catherine Willows from CSI, Uncle Eddie from Grounded for Life, Christopher Moltisanti from The Sopranos, Cypher from The Matrix, and Tig Traeger from Sons of Anarchy. The story starts with lifelong friends and Miami police narcotics detective Wild Wild West and Blue Streak, who seized $100 million of mafia heroin and then had it stolen from their department. Internal Affairs suspects it was an inside job and threatens to shut down the entire department if it's not recovered in the next 72 hours. Men in Black asks one of his ex-girlfriends to look into anyone in the criminal underworld who is newly rich, so she gets her and her best friend hired as escorts who get hired by Eddie, a crooked former cop. They get interrupted by Eddie's boss, a French drug kingpin, and the ex-girlfriend gets murdered while her best friend escapes. She calls into the station while iRobot is out, but she insists on only talking to him, so Captain makes Martin from Martin pretend to be him since he knows she's never met either of them in person. So for the rest of the movie, they have to pretend to be each other, causing hijinks, as one is a family man and the other is a rich playboy. They track the French kingpin to a club and end up in a car chase covered by a news helicopter, which tips off Black Knight's wife that he wasn't on temporary reassignment in Cleveland. She then ambushes the three of them at Hitch's apartment, which tips off Madam Secretary about them switching places, but she then gets kidnapped by the Frenchman. The Bad Boys 2 figure out that their department secretary was being blackmailed by Eddie and the Frenchman, which is how they got the H in the first place. They then head to the airport to stop the Frenchman and dispose of his henchman before he tries to flee. The Legend of Bagger Vance shoots him in the leg and arrests him, but as they all turn their backs to leave, the Frenchman pulls out a hidden pistol and then gets shot dead by Shark Tale, letting the three of them get back to their normal lives. And we never see Tia Leone again in this series for some reason. And that's Bad Boys in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less. Join us again next Tuesday for another Namely 90s Minute. Remember, you can always hear these a day early in full episodes of Namely 90s on all major podcasting platforms. And most of the small ones, too. Please subscribe and do all the other YouTube things. Bell ringing, share like a scribes, that sort of stuff, and we'll catch you next time.